in self-isolation because one of his cabinet ministers has COVID-19. She's at home with mild symptoms. All the latest on the way in 10 minutes.
Life has drastically changed for all Canadians. But one thing remains the same at 660 News. Our commitment to delivering factual and immediate information on the COVID-19 pandemic. We're in this together. 660 News.
A Calgary singer's semi-autobiographical sitcom is heading to an American streaming service. Producers announced today that Hulu has secured the U.S. rights to Jan Arden's CTV series Jan. The half-hour comedy stars Arden as a fictionalized version of herself if her career had fizzled out after her 1990s hits. First two seasons of Jan are set to hit Hulu next year. The series has been renewed for a third season. Filming is expected to start in January. A legendary comedian speaking up ahead of the U.S. presidential election in less than 2 weeks.
I like Joe. Why do I like Joe? Because Joe likes facts. Because Joe likes science. Joe will keep us going.
That's 94-year-old Mel Brooks doing a campaign video for Joe Biden at what looks to be his kitchen table. Brooks says as a result of Donald Trump's inaction on the coronavirus, so many people have died, and, quote, when you're dead, you can't do much. In posting the video to Twitter today, Brooks' son Max says his dad has never before made a political video in his life. Business is on the way next.
Hey there, I'm Ryan from Speedy Glass. Did you know there are different grades of glass for your windshield? At Speedy Glass, we only use certified OEE windshields, made in the same factory as the original glass. All our repairs and replacements come with a lifetime warranty. Plus, if you have insurance, we contact your provider and take care of everything for you. Visit us at the shop or book an appointment today at speedyglass.ca. Conditions apply. Details at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Repair.
Hi Calgary, this is Mike McManus from South Trail Chrysler. It sure seems like that fall feeling is in the air. Fall is also the time that we're clearing out our 2020 inventory. We have 0% up to 96 months on the new Ram 1500, and South Trail has the best selection of Ram 1500s in the city. Huge discounts, huge cash back, and super low payments with 0%. Plus, with Calgary's only Jeep Center, we have the most Wranglers and Grand Cherokees with discounts up to 10 grand. So hurry in to South Trail Chrysler. Find us under the big Canadian flag on 130th Ave or at SouthTrailChrysler.com.
Now, 660 Business, here's Stuart McGinn.
Twitter is changing the way you retweet and actually making it slightly more difficult to do it. It's all part of the social media giant's efforts to try and reduce the spread of misinformation on their platform. It's a small add your own message to the post. Simply hit retweet a second time to complete the process as you normally would. Twitter's taken similar steps like this already. As the U.S. election draws closer, weeks ago, the app stopped allowing someone to retweet any post with a news article or story attached to it if they hadn't read the story first themselves, with an alert saying you don't get the whole story from just a news headline. Twitter stock finished the day higher by more than 8%, a gain of close to $4, now trading at $50.24 a share. On Wall Street, the Dow finished the day down by 97 points, 28,210, while the S&P was lower by 7. The Nasdaq also lower by 31, finishing at 11,484. On Bay Street, Canadian retail sales in today were well below expectations, rising by 0.4%. That's the fourth month in a row sales have increased since dropping drastically in April, while most of the country was in quarantine. But it appears things are getting ready to fall again. That's what early signs are showing for the month of September. The possible signs of a growingly tired economy as many provinces deal with continued restrictions and the holiday retail surge still a few weeks away. The TSX finished the day lower by 43 points, 16,230, while the Canadian dollar was lower by 6/100, 76.08 cents U.S. Gold was up $11.90 to $1,927 the ounce, and oil was lower too by close to 4%, $40.05 a barrel. At the Business Center, I'm Stuart McGinn.
I'm thinking about Dorothy.
Dorothy who?
There's no place like home. That Dorothy.
Oh, the one with the shoes.
And all she wanted was to get back home.
Home is a special place.
And 1-800-GOT-JUNK makes it even more special.
By getting rid of what doesn't belong?
By getting rid of what doesn't belong.
We love what we do.
Let us do it for you.
We'll give you back your big,
open,
magical home.
because that's what you get when the junk is gone.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
This is an important message from GSL GM City. General Motors has partnered with Costco. Eligible Costco members receive Costco member pricing, plus a $500 Costco shop card on 2020 Buick Enclave, Envision, and Encore, as well as GMC Terrain and Acadia. Now's the time to get a Buick or GMC and fill it with all your Costco favorites. Visit CostcoAuto.ca for details. GSL GM City on the trail beside the boat.
Now the 660 News regional forecast.
Brought to you by Sportsnet, the internet, bringer of top 10 lists no one asked for, and sports. Beautiful sports. Live stream sports with Sportsnet Now. Visit snnow.ca for details.
In Edmonton tonight, mainly cloudy, the low -11. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy and -6. Red Deer, mainly cloudy, the low -15. Tomorrow, mainly cloudy and -9. Banff and Canmore, chance of some flurries tonight, the low -12. Tomorrow, the high -8. Lethbridge still has a snowfall warning out. And we're going to get 10 centimeters today, 2 more centimeters of snow this evening before it tapers off. Low -10. Tomorrow in Lethbridge, mainly cloudy, -7. 660 News Time, 5:30.
Number 1 for news in Calgary. This is 660 News.
Here are Mark Strachik and Pete Curtis.
Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, October 21st. In Calgary, some snow, -5. Here's what's making news right now.
Premier Jason Kenney and members of his party are at home self-isolating after Municipal Affairs Minister Tracy Allard tests positive for COVID-19.
No election. The Justin Trudeau government survives a confidence vote thanks to the NDP.
The Prime Minister is clutching at straws here.
Jagmeet Singh says his party was not going to be used as an excuse or a cover.
Early recommendations on a new curriculum for Alberta schools have been leaked, and while nothing is finalized yet, approaches to topics like religion and residential schools are being questioned.
All eyes are on Arlington, Texas for Game 2 of the World Series as the Rays look to bounce back versus the Dodgers. Sports at 45.
WestJet is offering cash refunds to customers whose flights were canceled due to COVID-19, becoming the first Canadian airline to take that step, while the TSX finished the day lower by 43 points. Business at 56.
660 News Time, 5:31.
Traffic and weather together on the ones. In the traffic center, here's Trey St. John.
We continue to see a very few scattered flurries moving through the city. Traffic cameras showing them here and there. But for the most part, the major arteries simply wet, and the side streets, though, remain just a little bit slippery in some cases. And there's a crash still in the go near Chinook Center. Most of the backups have eased, but it still has a tie-up going on 5th Street Southwest above Glenmore Trail on the overpass. The southbound lanes on 5th Street are still closed right over top of Glenmore. There's still a crash in the northeast as well in Beddington Trail at Beddington Boulevard. The last of the eastbound delays look to be easing off. And Deerfoot Trail still has some volume in one direction. That's in the northeast on northbound Deerfoot. Midway between 16th and 32nd, things begin to bog down. Not far past McKnight, northbound traffic on Deerfoot begins to unwind. And if you see another tie-up in traffic, you can report your discombobulated drive at 403-291-0066. Traffic's for MaxProTax.com. Single T4 tax returns are $25, couples $40. Offices in Calgary, New Horizon Mall in Edmonton. Call 403-466-7788 or visit MaxProTax.com. Now with the forecast, here's Sandra Prusina.
Light snow, cloud cover, a northeast wind, which means the wind chill will be a factor. Down to an overnight low of -12, feeling like -18 with the wind, and that'll continue into the morning hours. So dress in layers as you head out the door. It'll be cloudy, a chance of flurries, a high of -8.
Right now in Calgary, -5. 660 News Time, 5:33.
Breaking news from the legislature. Premier Jason Kenney is at home in self-isolation after being in close contact with a positive COVID-19 case. Municipal Affairs Minister Tracy Allard tested positive for the virus this afternoon and is currently experiencing mild symptoms.
One other cabinet minister and a couple of MLAs are also at home self-isolating after having interactions with Allard last week. 660's Jeff Slack joins us live with the latest details. Jeff.
Well, Premier Jason Kenney is showing no signs of COVID-19 and is being tested out of abundance of caution. Municipal Affairs Minister Tracy Allard tested positive for the disease after being in close contact with a confirmed case. Premier's office said in a statement that Allard's close contacts are currently being notified and will be advised to isolate and get tested. Transportation Minister Rick McIver, along with 3 UCP MLAs, have also gone into self-isolation because of their contact with Allard last week. Allard is the only one currently showing mild symptoms. Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, will continue to be consulted on the response. All this comes as the province announced 406 new cases and 3 new deaths. This case number breaks the previous record set on Sunday when Alberta reported 372 new cases. Reporting live, I'm Jeff Slack.
At long last, WestJet says it will give cash refunds for flights canceled due to COVID-19. 660's Richard Southern with that story.
This is big news. It's going to be welcomed by many passengers because up until now, WestJet had just been giving out vouchers for future travel. But WestJet says starting November 2nd, if you had your flight canceled because of COVID, you'll get a full cash refund. But you're going to have to wait a while. The airline says the refunds are expected to take 6 to 9 months. If you're eligible for one, the airline will contact you via email. They're asking you not to contact them. You'll have to wonder if this will put pressure on Air Canada because it has yet to offer up cash refunds for most of its
The mayor of Lethbridge says that city is stepping up efforts to make sure everyone is following public health orders as it deals with the highest per capita COVID-19 case count of any large city in the province. Chris Spearman says they do have a mask bylaw and the compliance rate is about 90%.
We want people to take responsibility and make sure that they are not the source of spreading of COVID, something that the community can control.
The mayor says he believes the number of recent social events are to blame for the spike in cases in Lethbridge.
The Alberta Union of Provincial Employees says the government is cutting 930 public service jobs. Union President Guy Smith says in a news release that he has been told the cuts will begin immediately. Details were revealed at letterhead this week to the union team bargaining a new contract with the provincial government. The letter indicates that many of the cuts will be made this fiscal year in the departments of Agriculture and Forestry, Children's Services, and Community and Social Services. It says changes could include eliminating positions, ending termed employment, or redeploying to other roles, and suggests attrition will be used where possible.
Well, breathe easy, Canada. You don't have to go to vote in a federal election in the middle of a pandemic. 660's Mark Douglas tells us what happened in Ottawa today that's keeping the Trudeau Liberals in power.
Obviously, Mr. Speaker, we don't want an election.
Justin Trudeau and his minority government live to fight another day. A motion from the Conservative Party to form an anti-corruption committee to investigate the We Charity scandal and pandemic spending has been defeated. Trudeau was the one who made it into a confidence matter. The NDP
make this opposition day motion a confidence vote.
Conservative Party leader Aaron O'Toole points out a motion to form a committee has never in the history of Canada been turned into a confidence vote.
The entitlement and arrogance of the Liberal Party.
I'm Mark Douglas.
The city committee has approved proposed changes that could see Calgarians pay for residential parking permits. Right now, residents get their own permits for free, allowing them to park in their neighborhood, while at the same time barring other drivers from parking there without a permit. But the change means that people could be charged annual fees of up to $125. The city says they've been losing millions of dollars under the free permit program, but there was concern from some councillors that it's a high cost for people to pay in this economy. It passed by a slim margin, 5-4, and will now be debated by the rest of council November 2nd.
There are recommendations for how Alberta's education system should be run. The CBC obtained drafts of some of those suggestions from a panel appointed by the UCP. As 660's Tom Ross reports, while nothing's finalized yet, the recommendations are drawing criticism.
They include Bible verses about creation for first.
Now, 660 Sports. Sports at 960, The Fan. Here's Sandra Facina.
The Tampa Bay Rays are turning to ace Blake Snell as they look to draw even in the World Series versus the Dodgers.
I mean, I know we belong here. I wouldn't say that there's anything past that. I mean, I think with how we're built and, the chemistry that we have, it makes us, a really, really good team. So people are going to say a lot of things, but our focus is let's just do what we've been doing and find a way to win, and let's try to win 4 before they do.
LA manager Dave Roberts is countering with rookie Tony Gonsolin.
Rested. Let your house lend a hand and get you the funds you need. Call Capital Direct at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL and see what's available for you. Capital
Direct.ca.
Life during COVID-19.
News you need to know.
And what happens next. You'll always hear the latest on 660 News.
Don't miss Hyatt Infinity's private sale this Friday and Saturday. Get 0% financing for 84 months on all 2020 Q50, Q60, and QX60 models. All new in stock vehicles purchased also receive 3 years of free tire rotations and free undercoating.
Hyatt Infinity, Heritage Meadows Road on Luxury Lane. Empower the drive. 660 News Time, 5:49. As the temperature drops and the snow falls, many Calgarians are getting their flu shot after it was made available on Monday. 660's Steve Cito is hearing from one pharmacist who is urging people to be patient.
Pharmacies have seen a large rise in demand for the vaccination as COVID-19 cases also spike in the province. Pharmacist Marty Iwanchuk says they typically see a rise this time of year, but most were looking to receive the shot this week.
I think the problem is everybody is trying to get it at the same moment, and that really does create that feeling of lineups and angst among the general public.
He adds you can wait a week or two with the shot still providing proper coverage. Plus, with Alberta Health Services also only offering appointments to children under the age of 5 and their families, it increases the demand for others looking to get a shot.
They're the ones now that are now looking for the outlets to get their flu shot done, and I think that's what's causing the increased demand on the pharmacy.
Iwanchuk says if you have any questions or concerns about flu shots, to ask a medical professional. I'm Steve Cito.
Purdue Pharma and the U.S. Justice Department have reached an $8 billion settlement. We get more from ABC's Eric Katursky. Purdue Pharma agreed to plead guilty to 3 felony charges that stem from its aggressive marketing of OxyContin and other painkillers blamed for aggravating the nation's opioid crisis. The wealthy Sackler family must pay $225 million, but avoided criminal charges, at least for now. Deputy Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen called the settlement a positive development.
Both the company and the shareholders are paying a very steep price for what occurred here.
But several state attorneys general said the settlement failed to hold the Sacklers properly accountable for hundreds of thousands of opioid-related deaths. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York. In 30 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones. And ahead of business at 56. A review of the new iPhones in this week's Tech Report with Breakfast Television's Mike Yanni. 660 News Time, 5:51. Folks Fest is back at Northland Volkswagen. During October bonus days, save up to $4,000. Get low financing rates of 0% for up to 72 months. Plus, get an extra $1,000 bonus. But wait, that's not all. Plus, get 3 years of no-charge prepaid maintenance on selected models. Don't miss out on these incredible Volks Fest offers at Calgary's #1 VW dealer for 25 years and counting. Northland Volkswagen. People first. Original. Legendary. 660 News Time, 5:51. Traffic and weather together on the ones. In the traffic center, here's Trace.
We continue to see some scattered flurries moving around the city. They're not coming down everywhere, but in some cases they look to be quite intense. If you're in one of the snowfalls, good idea to get the lights on all over the vehicle so the taillights are visible from behind. And we've still got a collision near Chinook Center in the southwest. This on 5th Street above Glenmore Trail on the overpass. This still has the southbound lanes closed on 5th, but the backups in the area relatively minimal. And we see almost no delays left after an earlier collision in the northeast on Beddington Trail at Beddington Boulevard. Looks like most of the eastbound holdups we saw in there have eased off. But if there should be a stall or a crash that springs up and slows you down tonight, you can reach Traffic Rana at 403-291-0066. Traffic is brought to you by GSL GM City. Eligible Costco members get Costco member pricing and a $500 Costco shop card on 2020 Buick Enclave, Envision, and Encore, as well as GMC Terrain and Acadia. Now with the extended 5-day weather forecast, here's Sandra Brusino.
The below seasonal temperatures continue for the long-range forecast. The light snow tapers tonight with a low of -12. Cloudy, a chance of flurries tomorrow, a high of -8. Snow on Friday, a high of -9. On Saturday, broken cloud cover -8. The sun is back on Sunday, but still cold, a high of -5.
Right now in Calgary, -5 with light snow showers. 660 News, Calgary's only all-news radio station. For the most
glass known as ceramic shield, sure, it may not have a folding screen or motion gestures. Instead, it builds on core features we actually use. And that's not a bad thing. For 660 News, I'm Mike Yanni.
Technology Report brought to you by Calypso IT Solutions. Partner with an IT services provider that'll support you in any situation. It's easy with Calypso's seamless switch program with free 30-day transition period. Visit calitso.com.
Across Canada, TELUS's world-leading networks have created a network of good. We've helped over 50,000 low-income families get online. Our TELUS mobile health clinics provide free health care directly to homeless Canadians. And we're giving a head start to 20,000 vulnerable youth with free smartphones and plans. With TELUS, we're all connected for good. See how we're helping communities at TELUS.com/giveback.
Calgary, with summer coming to an end, you might be thinking about making a change with your vehicle. Getting something new, freeing up some cash for the holidays? Maybe you're working from home and just don't need that extra vehicle anymore. Don't trade in. Sell it to us at South Trail Exports for cash in your pocket at SouthTrailExports.com. We've been paying top dollar for Calgarians vehicles since 2018, and we are busier than ever. Visit SouthTrailExports.com, book an appointment, and come in for an offer. It's that easy. Again, that's SouthTrailExports.com.
Your news now on your radio, online, and on your smart speaker.
Play 660 News.
It's one thing to have technology for your business, but it's another thing to know how to use it to its full potential. Fully managed IT solutions creates peace of mind that our customers' technology will work exactly how they need it to, when they need it to.
Hi, I'm Sean Freeman from Fully Managed. We're committed to not only helping our clients use technology better, but to become a part of your team and help you discover how your business can use technology to become a leader of your industry.
Find your peace of mind. Visit fullymanagedcalgary.com.
And it's time now for the 660 News Business Report.
Some major news from a Canadian airline. WestJet is now offering full cash refunds to anyone whose flight was canceled because of COVID-19. Up until now, they and other Canadian airlines have been